Hello everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. This is Olfay World, and today I want to talk about the 12 days of Christmas, and I'd like to know what people's thoughts and opinions are on the matter. Now, I understand that when it comes to the Eastern Christians, they celebrate Christmas. I think it is today that they celebrate it, and that's for the Eastern Orthodox Christians. And yet, throughout the world, celebrating Christmas can vary depending on individuals and also depending on culture. Some people celebrate Christmas when it's Mass, when it's like Christmas Eve. Some people celebrate December the 25th. Some people celebrate today. And that's all well and good and everything. You know, people do things differently and things differ depending on where they are in the world. And also, people have different reasons, different belief systems, and different ways of celebrating things. And that's okay. And the same goes for like New Year. And I understand the New Year a little bit more because depending on where you are in the world, on planet Earth, things can differ a bit. And people's like New Year or beginning of spring and the cycle of the earth and all things nature related can differ depending on where you are. So that's kind of understandable, but what really intrigues me is that people tend to have this self-righteous way of thinking where they talk about, you know, the correct day of Christmas and when they should celebrate and what's right and what other people are doing are wrong. But it makes me laugh how people make up the rules as they go along and they do things that they see fit. And when you think about it, we're all hypocrites in a way, especially religious folk, because there's a lot of things that you're not really supposed to do, but you do anyway, and you bend the rules to see fit. And it's the same when it comes to like religious texts and context. Yes, things can be misinterpreted, some things can be changed, but a lot of people seem to change things to suit their own narrative rather than follow a guideline that's supposed to be one fit all kind of thing. And there's a lot of things that people do that they're not really supposed to do. Like, for instance, it was alleged that Jesus was actually born in the springtime. Jesus was nailed on a willow tree, I think it was, instead of a cross. And he wasn't actually born in December. And there's also a lot of things that people do, a lot of rituals and things and celebrations, and they have these different customs that they're not supposed to actually do. Like, you're not really supposed to have a tree in your house. You're not supposed to make a wish on a candle. And then there's people that are religious that do things that they're not supposed to do, or have things that they're not supposed to have, such as certain charms. The evil eye, for example. You're not supposed to follow tarot, astrology, zodiac signs. You're not supposed to have like semi-precious stones or crystals. There's a lot of things that people aren't supposed to do, but they do. And when you think about it, people generally are hypocrites. And I'm a hypocrite too in a way, because I am not religious. I am not Christian. So even if Jesus was born on, let's say, the 25th of December, why am I celebrating Christmas and the celebration of our Lord Jesus Christ if I'm not religious? So, you know, shall I tell you why I celebrate it? Because I see it as a man-made holiday. And I enjoy Christmas, and I do it for cultural reasons, and it also ties in a similar way and at a similar point to when we have the winter solstice, and it makes me happy. I enjoy celebrating. I enjoy having something to look forward to lead up to. And yes, it's commercialised, and yes, a lot of people don't like it because people have lost the true meaning of Christmas. And I understand that, I get that, and also Christmas time isn't always a good time for everyone, but for me personally, I enjoy certain aspects of it. It's a good reason to have something to look forward to get through the days. I enjoy the lead up, I enjoy the atmosphere, the food, doing something crafty, and it's just nice to have something to look forward to, and that's why I celebrate it. And it's the same for Easter. Yes, I'm not religious, so maybe I shouldn't be celebrating Easter, but I see it in a way where we celebrate like another change of a season, like the wheel of the year. We see the birth of animals, nature coming to life, and it's a nice reason and an excuse to have chocolate. And I think sometimes in life we just want something to celebrate, something to enjoy, and something to look forward to. And that may be selfish, but I think with these things, if you enjoy something and there's good reasons behind it, then it's okay. Like with anything, but of course, if you're selfish and it's all about greed, then I suppose it does defeat the purpose of what certain holidays and certain celebrations are truly about, because a lot of these things are about being thankful, reminding each other what's really important, what truly matters. But then also, you don't need to celebrate certain things, just to be thankful for something, just to remind yourself that it's okay to enjoy life, to have something to look forward to, a reason to be thankful for, a reason to unite with loved ones. Sometimes you could just do these things throughout the year anyway. And of course, when it comes to like birthdays, that's more of a celebration really, and just overcoming the fact that you completed another year cycle of being here on this earth. And that's all right, I suppose. That's not really religious, but you don't know. I don't mean to be morbid, but you don't know when it's going to be your last day on this earth. So I think each year that you make it really counts and it matters. And I know a lot of people hate the idea of getting older and aging, but it's a privilege because a lot of people don't make it to a good age, to what is considered a good age. And you know, our time on this earth is limited. Some people are here longer, some people are here shorter. And to be honest, to have made it as far as I have, I'm quite thankful for that, because I didn't think I would make it here on this earth for as long as I have, and I've been here for quite a long time now, so I'm thankful for that. But yeah, without tailing off, I just wanted to say that it's just ironic how we have these celebrations and people preach about different things, but we're all hypocrites. We all celebrate things, and sometimes we do things that we're not even supposed to do. And there's people in this world that would quote religious texts, and they would preach about certain things, and then they wouldn't even implement the practices that they preach. There's a lot of people that have relations before marriage, and there's certain religious like guidelines and commandments on what you should or shouldn't do when it comes to like courtship. And then there's other things as well. You know, some people aren't meant to drink or do drugs or do certain things, but they do anyway. So when you think about it like that, most people are hypocrites. And when people go on about why they celebrate Christmas or don't, sometimes people celebrate these things, but they do the things that they're not supposed to do. But if you're not religious so much, you become detached of that, and you just celebrate it and you recognize it for what it is to you and how you view it, and that is like a cultural thing or man-made sort of celebration. So I just thought I wanted to share that. So thank you all for taking the time, for watching, for listening, and for commenting, and take care.